Greetings everyone out there in YouTube land. Welcome to another video. Today I am not in Pennsylvania. Today I am down here in Maryland at Fort Howard Park, and I was invited down here by a friend of mine, so I decided to do the road trip and drive the 2.5 hours and come down here and check this out. This park that we're at is an old fort that goes back to, I guess, the Spanish Indian War and the War of 1812. I don't have too much information on it, but whatever information I do find, we'll either talk about it as we're touring the park here, or I'll put it down here in the bottom of the video. Alright, so this is the parking area here at Fort Howard Park. It's a little road that almost like an access road that you come down to get into this parking area, but it's not that crowded today. So I saw some people coming and going here, but they have a information board here basically telling you about the park in Fort Howard. You guys can pause that and look at it if you want to. They also have a one of those scan code things here that you can, it's like a self-guided tour thing here at the park. And I don't see any signs that say can't fly drones or anything here, so hopefully, wind permitting, if it's not too windy, we're going to put the drones up and get some aerial footage here. So I am joining Matt MPG, Nick from NisCrossing, Jay from JP Videos.
Hey, stop pointing!
And of course...
What are you, a rookie around here? Who gave you that camera?
I worked hard for it.
Okay.
and the ever so comic relief, RJ 78 Productions. So the parking area is back there where we came from. This is like the center point here of where you can walk around. So we're going to make a left here, and we're going to go down and meet up with the rest of the gang here and see what the first stop is. All right, so we got, not quite sure what this would have been used for here, but there's a climb up on top there. RJ was just up there, but there's a little shack here made out of concrete. Not quite sure what it could have been used for. You just got skids in there. And you come around the corner and you come back to this huge, whatever it might be. They do have, it is lined with cobblestones or bricks. Got some steps going up there. I'm not quite sure where they lead to, or if it just goes around the top here. And everybody that knows me knows I hate these things, and
I don't want to be YouTube famous. I'm getting paid.
I hate them.
Snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
I think that's, I think it's Francis Scott Key is what it's named after, just like the Key Bridge. I want to see Jay's reaction to the snake here.
Yeah, it's a black snake.
So you get a friend.
And there's RJ up there walking around the top. I think we're going to go up these steps and get a view from up top. All right, so coming up the top, you get to the top of the steps, and there's like this round, whatever you want to call it here. I'm not sure if this was a lookout or something. Maybe where they had artillery guns mounted. Not quite sure. And then there's a path that'll take you around takes you around the whatever this might have been here. All right, so here I can give you a better view from up top of what this is. This is pretty high. You can see Jay down there and Nick. So it's let's say maybe 50 feet high, maybe. All right, so coming down here, and I guess this is a this is what they call an artillery battery. Wasn't quite sure what these were used for, but that would
in the portable the places like this all over Baltimore was in the to basically defend the port of Baltimore along the what's called the Patapsco River, and they would have massive artillery guns here to protect and shoot anything out in the bay.
Okay, now that explains it then. That would explain the heavy concrete walls.
Big bay.
Yep, you can see it off in the distance there. There's the Chesapeake Bay. Not quite sure if this the roads that are down here is part of the park,
I think
or
that is a walking path, if I'm not mistaken.
But I'll zoom in a little bit here as you can see the bay. So like Matt said, that artillery battery that I just got done showing you, there were big guns in there that would have protected the bay there and shot out and taken out anything that came in the bay. All right, so we got this tunnel here that we're going to go in and check out. I didn't get a chance to put my light on my camera yet, but hopefully my flashlight here is doing the job.
I'm assuming this might have been artillery storage.
Hey, you guys!
I was waiting for that.
Crickets.
Okay, sorry. Baby! Oh, that one's your too.
Okay.
Come around,
Are these what you guys call cave crickets?
It feels great in here.
I think they are.
Yeah, we got them all over.
I think ask RJ. I think he's the expert on them. So we're in this little room here. This very well could have been
Oh, the sprickets.
ammunition storage, maybe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, look at all the.
Dewdrops up in there, too.
Cave crickets all over the place.
Oh, there they are.
If you're claustrophobic, this is not the place to come and venture.
Yeah. I see the light. I love
The rotted metal supports.
Yeah.
Built in Baltimore.
Huh?
Built in Baltimore.
So they do have restrooms here at the park that I just discovered, and they got another one of those little guardhouses there or something. And then this building here that the restrooms are in was called the Powerhouse. And then there's another information board here explaining some of the stuff about the controlled mines, and you can pause the video if you want. All right, we're going to venture back this path here. Nick was back here exploring, and he says there's some other remains back here. A lot of cement pillars here. This looks like coming up on another one of the houses here, or for the tunnels, or just a gunner's house. Pretty sure it's just a gunner's house. So this is another bunker here, but this one is locked up and we can't get into. Alright, so we came down the path and we came upon this house, or I shouldn't say a house, but this structure. Not quite sure what it would have been, if this was a bunkhouse or mess hall or something of the sort, but it is made out of concrete and it is on pillars. Because obviously this area got some water in it at some point, being close to the bay. And then they have a another information board here talking about the fire control towers. So you can pause the video here if you want and read it. Right, so the information board here explains what I was talking about earlier. My assumption was right on one of the things. This structure that was here was actually the contractor's house, and there was a mess hall here, but it is in the back there and it's all dilapidated and falling down. So it was right on one of the parts that there was a mess hall here at one time. There is another structure here with steps and another information board. So we'll go over here and see what this might have been. This might have been another artillery battery. Just guessing. And that's what it was. Battery Claggett. Venturing inside here. This could have been storage or places for them to sit or sleep. Just a little room, small room here, not very big at all. We'll venture up on top here and see what the rest of the gang found up there. All right, so here's the top part. This is where the big gun would have been mounted, right there. And the bay is right there. And if I can go over here through the trees and zoom in, there is a big freighter coming in the bay right now, off in the distance, if I can find him again. All right, so we found a little path to come down, and we are on the shore of the Chesapeake Bay. This is just beautiful. Even though I'm a mountain person, sometimes, once in a while, I do like coming down to the ocean or the bay. And there's some big freighters again over in the distance. Look like they're going to collide, but actually they won't. And they are just barely, well, from our vantage point it looks like they're side by side, but there's a couple yards between them. All right, so everybody's coming out of this obstacle course here, and I'm going to keep the camera rolling in case I can get some blooper footage.
You mean like right now?
Like right now.
Ah, solid. All right, 2 down, 3 to go. Make your way.
Oh wow, that's
Okay. Your feet will get soiled.
Oh, down he goes.
Do you need help?
All right. That's messed
That smells. All right, no more obstacle courses for the day.
Yep. No more obstacle courses.
A little bit.
All right.
We're gonna stop, take a break here, and let you go.
All right, so hopefully you saw that there. We got to head back to the car here. Jay's got to clean himself off. He took a little bit of a tumble there coming out the obstacle course, so.
That was an educational video, what not to do.
Yeah, what not to do on an obstacle course. So we got to go back, regroup a little bit, and then we'll continue on. All right, so we are back on track again, and we're coming down, taking another path from the parking area back there after Jay got to change his shirt and clean himself up from his little mishap there. So, as Matt was saying, over to the right here is where the actual fort is, and it is fenced off, and there is no trespassing. In fact, if you look through the trees there, you can see the, I believe that's the old VA hospital that's through the trees there.
I'd probably say RJ got the best view from behind, and the best way to describe it, when you're walking out.
All right, as Nick is saying, this is the good stuff. So we came up on another battery here, and we're going to be exploring. All right, so our next stop here with this structure, which could have been, see bars on it, could have been a jailhouse of some kind. We'll have to look and see if that's the actual case here or not. See if they have an information board as we go further down here. And I can see another one, another structure off in the distance there. RJ in his natural environment again.
That's my intro.
A Druish princess?
She's a base.
Right, since we're getting into darker places here, I had to put my light on my camera.
Does anybody want some footage in here while I'm in here?
There's folks in here?
Yes.
Oh, no.
They're feet.
I don't know if this was a prison cell at one time or what.
Anybody want any footage while I'm in here?
Yeah, take a look at Gander in there, Randy.
And I'll take a look, see what's all in here. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know if you can see in there. There we go. Nice, cool draft coming out of there too. And of course, there's graffiti. Try to keep the obscene stuff out. Alright, so this next structure we're coming to here, from what Nick was saying, was the dungeons, I guess, or whatever, of the fort. So these, Nick, these are really dungeons?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it said on the map.
There's another structure over here we're going to go in and check out here momentarily. Not quite sure what this was. This looks like it's a little bit of a maze here, so we'll go in and that's exactly what it is. A little bit of a maze. And of course, this is a Could have been another like picnic area or whatever, trying to keep all the graffiti out of it, but it can't be helped. And that tells us what the structure was. It was a Searchlight powerhouse. Apparently this room here has some paranormal activity to it. This is just one of the many cells here in the dungeon. All right, so we're coming up on another structure here. There's also a big cannon or a big gun over there that we're going to be checking out. I guess this is number 10 on the stop. I haven't been keeping track of the different numbers, but there's another information board up here that we'll go up to once Jay's done doing his filming there. All right, so I guess this was Battery Harris. You can read the information there on it, pause the video. All right, we're going to venture down the steps.
And we're leaving the echo chamber.
I'm going to say, as I was walking up to this chamber, I heard some shenanigans going on in here.
No shenanigans here. We're all adults.
Just when you think things couldn't get any scarier, there's him.
Good acoustics in here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, follow me too.
Hi, kids.
So there's not one,
Hey, you got any Hot Pockets?
No.
Oh, that's right. No.
not one, but two cannons sitting here, or artillery guns. I'm sure there's a board here explaining what these things are, or what type of artillery guns these are. Let's take a walk around this gun here. I'm guessing maybe this might have been a howitzer. I didn't see a board yet saying otherwise, but obviously the ends are plugged shut. But that's a pretty big opening. You can see about the size of my hand. And they have 2 seats there for the people operating it, using all the controls there. Right, and this maple tree that's here, there's a little history to this, and the sign could use some painting there, but it was planted by the Papasco Neck Bicentennial Committee in 1976 after the tree was used in a display depicting the Battle of North Point at the 1976 Dundalk Heritage Fair. I think that says there. Dundalk, or Dundalk, however you say it there. I'm probably butchering the name. All right, so they say that the kids refuse to grow up, or grown-ups want to be kids again. Yeah, check this out. Those 2 guys back there, they said I asked them if there was an age limit on this park here, and they said, well, we're a bunch of 10-year-olds anyway, but yeah, some people refuse to grow up. All right, here's another information sign for the next battery, which is this one here, which we checked out earlier as we were coming up, I believe. All right, so I'm going to follow Matt up this path, and we're going to go up on top of this battery where I showed you that information board where they had that big gun mounted. So this is the top of it. And then looking down in there is where one of the guns would have been mounted. And I think they might have had another one mounted over here also. All right, we're going to venture down the steps here into that pit, but there wasn't. I thought there was a circular area over here where the gun would have been mounted. But I think on the other side over here there might have been another gun maybe. Yep, there was. This is where they would have had one of the other guns mounted there, that circular. And if you read that board, those guns made a lot of noise. They were very loud. And then coming down the steps into another one of these houses where they could have looked out to the bay that's out there and kept an eye out for any enemy ships coming in. So here are the steps, almost like a stadium style, or I think Coliseum style rather.
So you can see, imagine that 12-inch gun was right here. And the guys
And we'll walk down.
they actually had to load it back here.
We'll walk down here and see where they would have had the big gun, where the base of the gun would have been mounted. And I did see some frogs jumping in here before I came down, but I don't think we're going to get any of them on video here. So as Matt was saying, because the gun was so big, it would have been loaded at the top of the steps in the back there, because it was so long and so big. This is one big chain link on this wall, and heavy too. I mean, that's bigger than my hand. All right, so looking down into this storage area that's down there, and yes, that is a foot down there, but it is a prosthetic foot, probably from when they did the haunted attractions here. So I don't know if they would have kept stuff down there and raised and lowered it, because there were hooks there. And you can see there might have been like a ramp going back there.
Oh, yeah, there is a foot down there.
But that's a good drop down in
Yeah,
there.
that would hurt.
That would
Soccer ball.
definitely leave a mark.
Milk crate, Modelo can.
right, hopefully you enjoyed that drone footage that I shot there flying around the bay here and around the park. I had to be careful. I didn't want to go above 150 feet with it because Baltimore International Airport is a couple miles away, but we were in the clear to take off here. We checked our apps that we use on our phones to make sure we were in the clear to take off. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Got some shots of the old Veterans Hospital over there. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you enjoyed the video, give it the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and the bell down there if you want to be notified. So my thanks to Matt for letting me know and inviting me to come down here. And also, again, it was always a fun time meeting up with Matt, JP Videos, RJ78 Productions, and Nick from NisCrossing. So all their channels are going to be listed down in the description. So thanks for coming along. And until next time, let's have a ball and do it all. We'll see you soon. This is an old fort down here, and knew that was going to happen. Of course. I knew that was going to happen.
What's up, buddy?
I actually brought one of these things for Matt, but it looks like I'm going to have to use it. Down here in the state of Maryland, right outside of Baltimore. Maryland. Maryland. Spanish and Indian War, and
Remember, you missed me.
take 4. Structure was actually the contractor's house.
Sorry, don't mean to keep interrupting you. Take 2. Sorry, don't mean to keep interrupting you.